Hi guys, I'm Kel and this is 5 Days of Something. So, I've been recently watching a lot of love movies. I know. I've recently watched Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached. And I seriously want to blame movies for everything now. Even though I'm a huge film bug or film fanatic, whatever, I'm just like, this is not going to happen in real life. Let's be serious here. No girl can be friends with benefits with a guy without falling in love with him, and the guy will not probably fall in love with you, to be honest. Unless your life is like a movie and you're okay. But let's be real here. Your life is not a movie, so I doubt that's going to happen to you. Unless it did happen to you, good job. I wish that could happen to me, but it doesn't. But it's like, how can you fall in love with someone that if you're horny, you can just call? You can't fall in love with that. You're just having sex, you know? And it's sad to think that everything is about sex now, you know? Everything is revolved around sex. Someone is a sex symbol. The way we talk, it sounds sexual. Like, you can't have a normal conversation without someone being like, that sounds so sexual, or he said that, or she said that, that's what she said, that's what he said, things like that, you know? Like, you can't just have a normal conversation doing that. That's why I feel like a lot of females go wrong if they kind of base everything off of movies. Because let's be serious here, those are movies. Those are not gonna happen probably unless your life is like a movie. And I will say this throughout the whole video. Unless your life is like a movie, that will probably never happen to you, okay? I mean, I do like movies too. They also show you some really great stuff, like life morals and crap like that. But speaking on Friends with Benefits, that will never work. I don't understand why anyone would ever think that would work. Unless you just crave sex as much as the other person, then cool, you guys are going to be awesome together. Other than that, there's no way that will ever happen without it going bad. I mean, you've seen it in Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached. That thing went bad, horribly went wrong. Especially with Friends with Benefits, when she started to fall in love with him, and he was like, no, she's crazy, she's a lunatic. That's just sad. And usually that's where it ends right there. Like, that's it. That's done. The guy's not going to do some flash mob for you and confess his love and that he's always loved you and blah, 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 blah. No. After that, usually that's it. That's like, okay, I'm done, moving on to the next person. Okay? Which sucks. And I think that's what's wrong with society's relationships, is that since it's solely based on sex, you can't do anything, you know? You may not like to admit it as people, but the first thing you want to think about is sex. Like, for girls, if you can't picture yourself having sex with him, most likely you won't be with him. Guys, same thing. Unless you're just really desperate and just want it. Which ties into chivalry. What is chivalry? Where is chivalry? It's yet to be found. I remember that one day I was at Smith's and I was walking around and I was carrying 2 cases of water, you know, the 24 pack, and I was walking and this old man comes up to me. He's like, keep in mind, he's like 60, 70 years old maybe, and he asks me if I needed help, which was really sweet of him, and he actually took another case and helped me walk to my line. But what he told me was so true. He says, young men these days don't even know what chivalry is. He's like, I stood there, watched you struggle, and I've seen 3 guys who passed by you just to check you out, but didn't even offer to help you out. But what he said was true. Young men these age don't know what chivalry is anymore. I think it's just weird how when we find that guy who's chivalry and all that kind of stuff, we automatically throw him in the Friends with Benefits, because sometimes that guy can get a little too clingy, which is like, I feel like you need to learn a balance between both, between being chivalry and being an asshole. Because let's be honest, not everyone likes that pushover all the time. Like, nobody wants that, you know? And same things with guys. Guys don't like a pushover kind of girl unless you're into that. I think that's it for my rant. I mean, I can go on forever, but it's just gonna be me repeating the same thing. So I will see you guys later. Goodbye.